and it's Lillard in at the point guard. Opening day, Chris. In your experience, which types of teams tend to start the season well, started strong?
Two types. One, the team that has been forgotten about and left out. The team that had a disappointing season the year before, and no one knows the pain that they went through all summer long, waiting to get back to that moment. So they've been incentivized for half of a year to come back and say, wait a minute, it's our turn now. And those teams are sneaky under the radar.
Little chip on their shoulder, in other words.
And then secondly, I would say veteran teams. Teams that know what they want, teams that are focused and saying, wait a minute, we know this is a marathon. Let's take our time, warm up, and stick to the principles right away, and we'll end up in the right place later.
Well, it has been a long road back from injury for John Wall, Greg. The heel issue followed by the Achilles tear.
And you just hope that Wall can make a full recovery and get back to the player he once was. Provides so much with his speed and playmaking as well as scoring.
No good on the free throw.
Yeah, the Blazers boasting one of the game's elite backcourts in Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. I mean, other than the Splash Brothers, these two have the most points and three-pointers of any duo over the last handful of seasons.
And he sinks the second. And the Blazers used to stagger Lillard and McCollum's minutes. Chris, now they've embraced these two playing together more often.
Yeah, and they should, Kevin. I mean, they're both standing about 6'3", so defensively they give up a little height. But on the offensive end, the firepower that they bring to bear is something to watch.
And here's Wall after Damian Lillard was able to get the three to go. Free throw line jump shot. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Now here's Hood. Passes to McCollum. And it's out of bounds, and they say last touch by Bryant. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Whiteside, good.
Oh, the awareness on display. Hood just isn't a good scorer. He's also skilled at getting it to his open teammates.
And stolen by Hezonja. Lillard dishes to Whiteside. Outside Hood. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all. The defense in general is already at such a disadvantage as it is.
Wall, some solid defense from Lillard.
That's a shot they're always happy to give, even when he blows the finish.
And finish off by Hezonja.
He creates so much offense. I mean, Lillard puts intense pressure on the defense to react.
Wall against Lillard. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, GA, I mean, great look, high percentage shot. That's the efficiency you're looking to establish.
Now Hezonja, following the three-point attempt by Rodney Hood. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Here's Beal. Second chance shot. He takes it up and lays it in. And this game is tied up now.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
That's tipped. Lillard against Wall. And Wall with the slam.
Wall is a tenacious warrior. He's a high-flying dunking machine, especially off the drive, thanks to his leaping ability.
Outside Hood. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Let's take a look now at some numbers for Beal. Last season, he played outstanding. 11th in scoring and he was also among the top 20 in steals. That ability is more unique than folks realize. Very valuable defensively.
Oh, yeah, one of the most dependable scorers in the league. He really saved him in several games a season ago. Down low, here's Hood, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Mixing it up a little bit. I like seeing Hood try to score from these areas.
And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland. Floats one up. Got a piece of it. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here are the Trailblazers now. Trailblazers have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Hood deciding where to go with it. Back to McCollum. Shoots over Brown. Count it from 12.
I think McCollum's mechanics and mindset really come into play in the mid-range game. He's deadly from that area.
Ball against Lillard. Stolen by McCollum. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. Well, Coach Scott Brooks has seen success in the past. Respected coach who has won Coach of the Year, but the heat is on in Washington.
Yeah, he hasn't had great luck here with the Wizards. I mean, new management this year might be evaluating him. I mean, he could be a make-or-break season for Brooks.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Wizards trail by 6. Outside, Wall. It's Beal on the wing. Over McCollum. And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
Wow, the polished offensive game of Beal. He's terrific at capitalizing in this area of the court.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And you know, you don't hear a lot of talk about it, but Brad Beal is one of the top shooting guards in our league. The scoring, the playmaking he provides is really right there amongst the elite.
So for the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Whiteside. Tolliver comes in for Mario Hezonja. And it's Little in for Hood. Hachimura, he's checked in for Washington. Thomas comes in for John Wall. And Beal, about a 25, 5-5 player last season, Greg. Most would agree that that's star-level production.
Those are Hall of Fame-esque numbers. I'd put him up there with Klay Thompson and Jimmy Butler. Fantastic scorer who does it with strong efficiency, and he's only getting better.
Wizards trail by 6. Upside Thomas. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Big things come in small packages, Kevin. I mean, Thomas just contorting to finish through the foul.
And we all know how rough things have been for Thomas the last few seasons, Greg, battling injuries and trying to find the right situation for his talents.
And the injuries have clearly taken their toll on Thomas. A lot of things need to go right for you to be a star player at his size, and lately that just hasn't been the case.
That free throw good from Isaiah Thomas.
Well, the Wizards last year, I mean, they struggled on defense. We saw that, which was a big part of why they missed out on the playoffs. Now, teams know it is a weakness, and that's something they need to address. This team knows it.
Now, here's Bazemore, and Wagner pulls it down. Bazemore against Thomas. Miles, that's good.
Oh, such a fantastic decision maker. Thomas, he's adept at making the right pass at the right time.
Portland leading. Chris, with the Wizards and their lack of defense, last season it showed up in the numbers.
Yeah, Kevin, they were second to last in effective field goal percentage against in the league. I mean, that just didn't challenge shooters inside and out. No amount of offense can make up for that.
The pass to Miles. Here's Hachimura. And here's Miles. Shot from 12. Hachimura, no good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
That's a 2 from Lillard, and Wagner pulls it down.
I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, so far both teams have been outstanding at the offensive end, but we got a lot of game left to play.
Now here's Lillard, and he drops that one in. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Hachimura, the pass to Wagner. And there's the foul. It's on Nasir Little. That's his first foul. Collins checked in for Portland. And a change for the Wizards. Smith has checked in. Thomas with the ball. He has 6. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Wagner. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Now Bazemore. Pass to Lillard. Three-pointer. Washington with the rebound.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Thomas against Bazemore. Clock at 6. Thomas kicks to Miles. There's the triple. And again, Washington with the triple. Portland trailing here. Outside Collins. Bazemore passes to Lillard. Puts one up from 19, and Wagner pulls it down. Wagner's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Smith's shot is good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. He dishes it to Little. He feeds it to Nurkic. Knocked loose. Stolen by Miles. And here we go. The Wizards' fast break. Kept alive. Hachimura, no good. Trailblazers trail by 4. Little dishes to Bazemore. Kicks it out to Lillard. And Lillard gets double teamed. Passes it to Nurkic. Now Little. Will it go? Hachimura grabs the miss.
Come on. You got to get up on him and play some defense. They won't get away with that next time.
Here's Smith. And the rejection by Collins.
An established defender at a young age. Collins has the timing and the reach to block shots.
Little. Second shot opportunity. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Greg, let's take a look at Nasir Little. More power and athleticism at this point than skill, wouldn't you say?
I mean, no doubt. As an amateur, he could rely on the physical gifts to dominate. But in the NBA, you have to be able to shoot and handle with confidence. I think Little will get there because he has a tremendous work ethic.
The first free throw is good.
And the development of Damian Lillard helping propel this Blazers team to the top of the West.
Yeah, GA, that's why they call him Logo Lillard. And he's only extending his range. I mean, another playoff dagger in his resume, finishing off OKC and then waving goodbye. Dame time is right now.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. While the NBA is entertainment, you know, Chris, it also can have a very social impact in a positive ways. Guys like Kyle Korver have spoken out. The Jazz took action last season. Chris, how do you feel the league has responded to issues like discrimination?
Well, I think the league has done a wonderful job, better than any league. First of all, we acknowledge it. You don't just throw it under the rug and say there's no problem here. And that may be the toughest, to be able to acknowledge that. And then secondly, to make quick, sweeping decisions, I think has also been awesome too. But I don't think any league in the history of sports has had more players speak up for issues in society than ours. Let's go back to Bill Russell and others, the way that they started the game and came in. We have to love it, and I love the fact that the league is not scared of the narrative, and we work together. And by the way, that Kyle Korver article was so awesome. It was so vulnerable for him to write that. And when you have players like that, no matter what color, that are selfless to speak out to make society better, then it's not just good for the game, but it's great for all of us. So kudos to Kyle, the Jazz, and everyone doing all they can do to make things better for everyone.
Absolutely.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
You know, that's what coaches are paid to do, right? I mean, curious to see what they go with here.
And looking now at the numbers for Lillard, great showing for him last season. He was around 26 points a game last year, 7 assists and 4 rebounds. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's oozing with confidence. I mean, and it shows. Every time he steps on the floor, he expects to dominate.
Now here's Lillard. 5 points in the game. Little can't hit.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Bazemore on the wing. Sinks the triple. Bazemore's got 6.
Maybe he's not a priority for the D, but come on, man. Gotta have somebody keeping track of him.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And the pass to Miles. The 3. Rebound by Nurkic.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Bazemore finds Collins. Here's Nurkic. Goes back up. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
You can't jump at the pump fake. Nurkic is too skilled at getting defenders up in the air.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Shooting 2.
That one drops. He ties it up.
Oh, man, an underrated big man. Nurkic, I mean, his brute strength is intimidating to deal with on both ends.
And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. With 1 on the clock. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Trailblazers out in front, leading by just 1. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomes. He talked about what that means to him.
A lot of responsibility. When things go bad, people are going to look to you first. They're going to point the finger at you first. And when things go well, they're going to give you the credit. So I think it's just a balance of those two things, being willing to be that guy and being excited about it. I think you got to have fun with it.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look at the Trail Blazers' performance here, boys. What do you think they're doing or not doing?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, GA, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So, the Wizards 5 right now. Brown out there with Davis Bertans. And it's Wall, and it's Smith, and it's Wagner in at the 5 spot.
And John Wall, of course, having to fight back from that torn Achilles, but also is now having to play up to that super max contract he signed.
Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Mo Wagner. And that one falls for John Wall. And with Wall, no doubt he's a star guard. But with that contract, Greg, comes heavy expectations.
No doubt. And I'd like to see Wall become more proactive, really as a playmaker on offense in the near future. Depending on how he feels after the injuries, he might need to change his style just a bit.
And here's Wall, following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum. Wall's knocked loose. Smith right side. Just 4 to shoot. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. Rebounded by McCollum. Portland leading by 3. To the middle. Here's Collins. That one doesn't go. Good work defensively by Bryant. Lillard against Wall. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's number 2 on him already. A third foul before the half, and he may be grabbing some pine.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Whiteside's checked in. Now here's Bryant. And Wall kicks to Brown. The Wizards working the ball around now. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Bryant, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. They get Hassan Whiteside.
Clearly a foul.
Well, if teams are getting shaken up a bit, coach is usually the first to go, get fired. Do you think teams get too trigger happy with that aspect, coach first and then looking at the team?
Yeah, I do. But unfortunately, if you're the head of the team, that's the responsibility, and that's kind of that's your job, to take all of the heat. Being a coach is such a thankless job. You don't get thanked unless you win the championship. If not, it's like, good job, okay. We don't care about the fires you put out. We don't care about the players you develop. We don't care about the chemistry you built. You didn't win, and so, yeah, coaches are usually the first to go, and it's unfair. But hopefully they have some connections and they have a good resume, because they'll be back around somewhere else. They'll pop up somewhere else.
They sure will. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Portland. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
And so many issues for this Wizards team the last few seasons have been due to a lack of an inside presence.
Yeah, inside scoring has been a problem, GA. I mean, they've had to lean heavily on outside shooting. Also, though, they've been struggling with rebounding.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. That's his first foul. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And it's Beal in the corner. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Beal's got 5.
As lethal as they come from distance, Beal's outside shot is a thing of beauty to watch.
Outside Hood. Pass to Hazanya. 5 to shoot. Here's Whiteside. And the officials call a traveling violation. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. You look at Bryant, 4th in the league and as consistent as they come.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Here's Wall. He trains the quick shot. And now it's a 3-point Wizards lead.
They couldn't have asked for much more from him today. He's been a key force in their offense.
Cullen passes to Whiteside. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Hood finds Whiteside. Here's Hazanya. Offline with his 3.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Bryant trying to free himself up. Beal's shot is good.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
Pass to Hazanya. To the inside. Here's Tolliver. That one's off. Still out of sync. Washington leading now by 5. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Now here's Hood, following the miss by John Wall. Hood kicks to McCollum. Here's Hazanya. From outside, off the mark. For Washington, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Wall, no luck.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's McCollum. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Bryant. Brown feeling it out a bit. Dishes at the Wall. Lets it go from 14. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 7. Now a timeout called by Portland.
And the Blazers, one of the best offenses in the league. I mean, their guards can make most any shot. And they've got some glass eaters to chase down any misses.
And taking a look at some numbers for Wall, coming off a terrific season, he put up about 20 points a game, 8 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every symphony needs a conductor. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet music.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And the Blazers rely on their guards in McCollum and Lillard to generate, Chris, a lot of their offense.
You're sometimes right, Kevin, and it can even be to a fault at times. I mean, they need more offense from their front court. Guys who can pound the ball inside and generate some easy offense around the rim.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Hood. Most teams now look to run early and often, Chris. And there are some keys to finding success, aren't there, in the transition game?
Yeah, and the first key is you run fast and you speed up the pace, but that doesn't mean you hurry and take a hurried shot. Pacing and speed is all about getting it past half court to see if the defense is set, and if they're not, to take advantage. But it's a two-step process. And for teams to just run all crazy or willy-nilly like my grandfather used to say, well, you're not going to do anything but play fast and bad.
Now here's Bryant. He's got 7. Beal can't get it to go. And now here's Hezonja. He's covered by Brown and taken away by Brown and stolen by Whiteside. McCollum finds Hezonja. Passes it to Whiteside. 11 feet out and he hits it. So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade, a chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
Kent Bazemore's checked in for Rodney Hood. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Hachimura, he's checked in for Davis Bertans. Wall against Bazemore. Beal, that's for 2. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Beal's got 9 points. McCollum deciding where to go with it. The pass to Hezonja. Pass to Tolliver. He kicks it to McCollum. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Beal. McCollum, no good. Wizards leading by 5. Inside, here's Brown. The Wizards working the ball around now. Yep, that one goes in there. He's got 11.
Such a dangerous scorer. Bill, he's superb at knowing when to fire immediately off the catch and shoot.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much. Here's Bazemore. Here's Nurkic, a second chance effort, and Wagner pulls it down. Wagner's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Miles. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one, and that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Little can't hit. Here's Washington now. They're on a 17-7 run. There's Beal with the 3. That ball is good for another field goal, his 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet. Trailblazers trail by 10. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And a wide open look for McCollum, and they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
Feeds to Beal. Now here's Miles. He has 5. Pass to Wagner. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Here's Little. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And a new regime in Washington as they have moved on from the previous GM A lot to do here.
Yeah, GA, and it's not an ideal cap situation to work with. Fans are excited to see what can be done. They need to land a few big free agents. It hasn't happened for the Wizards in a while.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Last season, Kevin, the Blazers making the conference finals for the first time in almost 2 decades. Many didn't think they'd make it out the first round after the injury to their center, Yusuf Nurkic.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Collins comes in for Anthony Tolliver. And Lillard subbed in for McCollum. He's off on the second. See Webb Nurkic with that nasty leg injury in late March. That's the second time in 3 seasons that he'd suffered an injury right before the playoffs.
Oh, Kevin, that injury was so gruesome, and it happened in the midst of his best season so far. I mean, he was becoming that third-star caliber player that they needed. They're hoping this time they'll hit the playoffs at full strength.
Thomas with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Here's Beal. No good from 11 feet. And so Bazemore will bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Here's Little. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. In fourth, the Trail Blazers.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
And the first one at the line is good.
Man, last season was such a tough one for the Wizards. I mean, they lost John Wall to injury midway through. They ended up 11th in the East and out of the playoffs.
Ish Smith, he's checked in for the Wizards. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. For so long, C-Webb, the Wizards were looking to get past that second round in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, Kevin, now they might have to recalibrate their team for that. I mean, their team has some glaring holes that a quick fix just can't help. They will need to build from the ground up to get back on track.
The free throw drops for Smith.
And now a chance to see the former Demon Deacon Ish Smith in action. Has been in the league for a while now and played for several teams, and he's a veteran through and through.
Both free throws good from Smith. And when you have Ish Smith on your team, you know he's going to give you scoring off the bench.
And Smith not exactly great at any one thing, but the whole package is solid for a reserve. As long as you can make the right decision and just run the offense, that'll get you pretty far in this league. He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Lillard left side. Banked in off the glass. Lillard's got 7 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Smith on the wing. Passes it to Hachimura. Kicks to Miles. 6 to shoot. Thomas outside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
And here's a look at numbers for Bazemore. Last season's performance for him. Last season chipped in 11 points per game, 4 rebounds and 2 assists. When you have a shooter like him off the bench, it makes scoring so much easier for the bench.
Yeah, when he's taking on the scorer's role for that second unit, then the others can go focus on what they naturally do best.
And there's the feed to Nurkic. Basket counts.
And they've gotten away from the inside game this quarter. It was working well for them in the first. They should get back to that game plan work it inside and punish the D down low.
And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Jusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20, 25, and 5 game, the Bosnian Beast, making a name for himself.
And the free throw, no good.
Well, the best season of his career, Kevin. But then Jusuf Nurkic suffered that gruesome leg injury. It was a huge loss for the Blazers and a long road to recovery for Nurkic.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And he comes up with the deuce. 9 points in the game so far.
Oh, it's easy to appreciate Lillard. Fantastic at powering through the D and nailing the shots.
And the Blazers were looking for that third star. Chris Nurkic was starting to look like he might fit the bill.
Well, Kevin, let's think about it. You could argue that he was one of the top 5 centers in the league last season. He just turned 25, so hopefully he's still on the upslope of his career.
Now here's Little. Isaiah Thomas unable to get his last shot to go. Now here's Little. Guarded closer. Nurkic. Rebound by the Wizards. There's 1:17 left to play here in the second quarter. Hachimura the pass to Smith. Right through the D for the layup. Smith's got 6 points.
The quickness of Smith, Kevin, is so hard to keep up with, which is why he's able to get these shots off in time.
Lillard attacking. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Wagner passes to Thomas. That shot missing. Some solid defense from Lillard. 32 seconds left here in the second. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
What more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother.
Wagner passes to Hachimura. Now Thomas. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those. The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
Oh, he hits it. Oh, how
Can you
about
believe
that shot? Incredible.
Crazy.
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
Every once in a while, a prayer like that somehow finds the net.
Bradley Beal, he's been the guy making things happen for the Washington Wizards. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, it's a hard game so far. Going into the second half, what will you tell your team?
You just got to compete. You know, keep competing, trust each other, and make plays.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Bradley Beal putting in some incredible work. He had 14 points and 2 rebounds. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
Really great rebounding effort, Ernie, so far. They're putting up some nice numbers in that category. That's the big difference in the first half.
Looking at Portland, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, their perimeter defense is falling apart. Guys aren't fighting over screens, closing out on shooters. I mean, you know, when you're playing a team that gets this hot from behind the arc, you got to body up on the shooters and try to close them down. Their defense needs to extend outward in the second half.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been quite a game for Bradley Beal.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. And it's Hood in at the 3 spot. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. Now, here's Bertans. He's guarded by McCollum. Plenty of space. No good off the back of the rim.
He's as surprised as anyone with that miss. When he's left alone like that, you can usually count it.
And Wall kicks to Beal. Brown outside. Back to Beal. Fires for 3. No good on the shot. Nice D from Lillard. Poked away. Beal with the steal. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
You gotta like the aggressiveness of Beal. He's constantly on the attack, solid at picking up fouls on the drive. Yeah, Kevin, and it didn't happen overnight, but it's clear that Bradley Beal is a franchise player. I mean, he's worked on his game year to year, and now he's a superstar in this league.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And Chris, with Beal, it's in large part due to how he has expanded his game, which means he now impacts the game more.
Yeah. Well, Beal moves so much on both offense and defense. He's a very active player. He's never passive on the floor, and he looks for ways to inject himself into games.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
That's not like him at all. I mean, he's been so steady up until those.
Hezonja, the pass to Lillard. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That'll be his second foul of the game. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And Hezonja gets it to go.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Wall wide open. The Wizards with another miss.
Slow to get warm after the break. 0 for 3 now. Maybe they need an early timeout. It's just to try to settle things down.
Lillard finds McCollum, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Outside, Beal. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Bryant. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the call. Portland the foul. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And a look back at his numbers from the free throw line last year, 78%. So not too bad.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Bryant. Second free throw, no good. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. No one covering. 16 points for Damian Lillard.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Lillard against Wall. Here's the dish to Bryant. Just 5 to shoot. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from John Wall.
And they finally get one to go. I mean, just in time, an 0 for 4 start to the second half can really make a team tighten up.
Connects from three-point range. Lillard's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Portland. Washington's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Washington calls timeout.
And you talk about shot makers. C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
A chance to check out stats for Hassan Whiteside.
A very nice season for him last year. 7th in blocks, 9th in rebounding, and a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
Great anticipation and timing. That's how he ended up a top 10 shot blocker. Now here's Wall. He's got 12. Here's Beal. The kick out to Wall. The three-pointer no good.
Even for a player who's not a three-point specialist, I mean, that's a shot you've got to knock down.
Good on the shot. Hood's got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, Kevin, great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
Now here's Beal. He's got 14. Count that bucket. And here are the Blazers. They're on a 14-5 run here. The pass to Whiteside. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Kicks it out to Lillard. Rebounded by the Wizards. Bryant's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Here's Bertans. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Now just a 4-point Trailblazer lead. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for the Trailblazers. This is the list of last season's top shooters from the charity stripe. These guys were practically automatic. Damian Lillard, third.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Poke loose. Beal with the steal. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Look, I love the confidence of Beal, but when you work that hard in the offseason, you have a jump shot that wet, I guess it's easy to embrace the punishment.
The Wizards have made 7 of their last 12 attempts at the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And did you see the maturation of Beal over time? I mean, I noticed it. He added more wrinkles and dimensions to his game. He's an impressive 2-guard.
And both free throws good for Beal.
That's what they want to see from him, attacking, getting whistles, and maybe causing some foul trouble.
McCollum with the ball. Now Beal defending. From the wing, the shot by Lillard, wide open. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 5 assists in the game. Here's Wall. He's got 12. The drive by Beal. The Wizards with another miss.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Bryant. And here's Hood. 8 points for him. Right side, the pass to Hood. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Now it's a 7-point Portland lead. And it's Wall with the ball for the Washington Wizards. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And it's blocked by Whiteside. Hood drives in. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Wall passes to Beal. To halt the run. Bertans kicks to Beal. With some arc, and it's good. 2 points. Beal's got 20.
Oh, he's a go-to scorer. Once Beal starts to heat up, you better watch out.
Lillard outside. Pass to Tolliver. Back to Lillard. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Hood for 3, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his 9th assist in the game now.
And he's got his first 3 of the game. Took more than a half to do it, though.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And he gets it back. And that one is good from Bradley Beal. Trailblazers leading by 8. And Lillard kicks to Tolliver. Back to Lillard. Launches it. The shot, no good. Nice D from Wall. Washington's gotten the 3-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. And looking at the numbers for Whiteside the last few years, Greg, it seems like his production has come back down a bit.
And for a minute, Whiteside looked like he could be a dominant center, but he struggled since his great 2017 season. Shot selection has been hurting, and sometimes it feels like he is in his own way as a player.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Throw good, Beal. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Whiteside. Collins comes in for Anthony Tolliver. Little, he's checked in for Rodney Hood. And it's Kent Bazemore in for C.J. McCollum. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Wagner, he's checked in for Bryant. Hachimura comes in for Bertans. Smith checked in for Troy Brown. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for John Wall. And both free throws good for Beal. Portland leading by 6. Lillard outside. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Little with the ball. He's got 6, and good that time. Little's got 8. Washington's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Beal with it. Lillard picks him up. From 13, count that one.
Taking things into his own hands. He's been a beast this quarter.
Lets it go with a 3. That one's not going to go. Now the Wizards take it the other way.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Knocks it loose. Nurkic with the steal. Shot from 16, and the shot is long.
Now, look, even if he had other places to go with the ball, that's a good shot. You can't blame him for letting that one fly.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Wizards trail by 4. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Well, I mean, anyone can tell they've ramped up the intensity. I mean, they're more assertive, and especially at the offensive end.
And that one's good. Lillard.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Now here's Beal. 28 points for him. Pass to Wagner. Takes the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Wagner's got 9 points.
Never any doubt where Bradley Beal's going with that pass. I mean, if he has a teammate that wide open, he's not going to miss it.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
Some players might wear down during this kind of run. He's only getting strong.
Thomas passes to Beal. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Looking here at some numbers for Smith, how he performed last season. Was in at about 9 points per, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
I mean, Kevin, look, he's using his height and weight well on the glass. Nurkic, effective when it comes to going after the rebound.
For Portland, they have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
Free throw good. Nurkic.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Thomas Bryant is checked in for Wagner. Hachimura the pass to Bryant. Outside Thomas. Bryant controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 11 rebounds. Lillard outside. And Lillard gets double teamed. Tipped away. Oh, and here comes Smith all alone. Good work there as it goes. And now it's just a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Bazemore dishes to Lillard. And Lillard gets double teamed. Little. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Little's got 5 points now this quarter.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Another one falls for Washington.
Too bad this scoring hasn't been contagious. I mean, they'd be in much better shape if a few of their other guys can pick up some slack.
Pass to Bazemore. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Smith the pass to Beal. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Trailblazers. They'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Saturday, it'll be the Phoenix Suns coming into town. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Hezonja's checked in. Now here's Bazemore. He's got 11. Hezonja kicks to Lillard. Three-pointer. Rebound, Washington. Hachimura's got his 6th rebound on the night. There's Beal with the 3. Damian Lillard pulls it in. Lillard's got his 5th rebound in this one.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's falling here since.
Thomas passes to Bryant. He dishes it to Smith. They get a hand on it. Lillard against Thomas. From deep 3-point range, he can't get it to go. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? Trailblazers lead by 8. We've got more in store for you right after this. Let's take a listen now to Scott Brooks.
All we're thinking about is offense. Let's get back to what we do. Defense first, and then let's score for them. Let's not worry about our offense. Our shots are going to fall.
Craig, he's imploring his team to be better on defense.
The effort hasn't been there. They need to step it up on that side of the floor.
The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. 4th quarter on the court for the Wizards. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Thomas and Beal teaming up in the backcourt. And it's Brown in at the small forward. McCollum no good. Wizards trail by 8. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And for Troy Brown Jr., he didn't have a lot of minutes as a rookie. Management wanted to bring him along slowly and let him learn at his own pace.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And the team taking a long-term approach with Brown, as you said.
Yeah, and they should, Kevin. When Brown Jr. did see some time, it was both on the wing and running the offense as a guard. But in high school, he played point guard, and the team see him as an option for spot minutes going forward.
Wizards making a switch here. Bertson has checked in. Trailblazers leading by 7. Feeds to McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Always good to see solid interior work by McCollum. I mean, he might earn himself some extra space on his outside jumpers when he gets inside points like this.
Now, here's Bertans. They double-team Beal. Brown kicks to Beal. Nice ball movement by Washington. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Whiteside's checked in for the Trailblazers. Rodney Hood comes in for Kent Bazemore. John Wall's checked in for Washington. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Lillard, the pass to Hood. He kicks to McCollum. Over Bryant. The jumper from the free throw line is good. McCollum's got 4 this quarter.
Got to admire the precise shooting of McCollum. He's phenomenal at shooting over defenders. He has such a quick release.
Wall dishes to Thomas. Portland grabs the miss. It's McCollum on the wing, covered by Wall. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Hood, the pass to McCollum. Over to Wall. McCollum, no good.
Credit to D for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
And it's sent back by Lillard. Wall against McCollum. And there's the pass to Lillard. Now here's Whiteside. Count it. Good. Whiteside's got the lead up to 11 now for the Trailblazers. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Wall passes to Bryant. Brown outside. 6 on the shot clock. From the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Portland leading by 8. McCollum outside. At the elbow, it's Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And that's now 30 points for Lillard.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
It's Wall with the drive. Stolen by McCollum. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up over Thomas. And Portland again with the bucket.
Wow, the speed of Lillard. So masterful at making decisions in the fast break situations.
Thomas dishes to Brown. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Now Wall. Shot clock at 5. There's Thomas with the 3.
And until he starts knocking down some shots, I don't think the deficit's going to get any smaller.
Pass to McCollum. Back to Whiteside. McCollum against Brown. Shoots from the line. Here's Whiteside. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Whiteside's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
They got to start guarding him out to about 28 feet because he's killing them from long range.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on what Scott Brooks had to say to his team. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Now Hezonja following the three-point attempt by John Wall.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And stolen by Lillard. From outside the arc, drills it from outside. Lillard's got 35 in the game.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Urginus, that one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got 6 assists in the game. And Portland with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Hood drives in. Whiteside trying to break free. Hood can't get it to go.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Brown kicks to Thomas. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it.
And when we talk about Thomas's speed, you need to talk about his instincts. I mean, and his feel out there on defense. He takes the opportunity from mid-range.
Now here's Lillard. Beyond the arc. No good there. Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it. The fast break chance.
Rebounding might not be his #1 priority, but you wouldn't know it from tonight. He's down there outplaying the big guys.
Hood, the pass to Lillard. Here's McCollum, covered by Wall. That's tipped. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Brown, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
An excellent play and coming at the right time as well, guys. They need to string together some defensive and offensive possessions like that.
Now here's Hood. Hezonja up top. Out left to the wing. And Lillard kicks to Hezonja. Shot clock at 6. Over Thomas. Portland again missing.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Wall, good.
And once it was a weakness in his game, but Wall has become a decent outside shooter. He just needs to keep building his confidence.
Lillard outside. Pass to Whiteside to end the cold streak. That one will not drop. It's his first miss. He's 4 for 5. Here's Thomas. It's blocked.
The anticipation from Hood. That's just fantastic work. Reading the situation and leaping up to swat it away.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Wall finds Bryant. Outside Thomas. Now, here's Bertans. He's covered by Whiteside. Fires from the corner. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Thomas.
And with his usual degree of difficulty, I mean, that's an easy one. Thomas able to just catch and release.
Here's Whiteside, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And the first one drops. And Washington making a change here. Beal's checked in. And both free throws good from Whiteside. Wizards trail by 13. Outside Beal. Goes up on the wing. Again, the Wizards score.
Look at the precision from Beal. It's just incredible. He loves slashing his way through the D with his ball handle.
McCollum with the ball. Now Beal defending. And the three ball is good. Lillard's got 41.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Well, when he's hitting from range on a consistent basis, it makes everything easier offensively.
Now here's Bryant to the paint. Here's Pertinis. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Trailblazers leading by 12. Hezonja, the pass to Whiteside. Back to Hezonja. Lillard dishes to Whiteside. Passes it to Hezonja. Tipped away. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Thomas is running. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's on Damian Lillard.
Oh, he can get into the lane at will, and he does. Thomas, an expert at drawing some contact.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Every year, Thomas seems to up his game. I mean, a powerhouse offensive threat. It feels like he can take anyone on.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Nurkic is checked in. Both free throws good from Isaiah Thomas. And Portland has possession. Now here's McCollum. Beal on the double team. And it's Hood in the corner. Now the pass to Hezonja. Kicks it out to McCollum. Just 2 to shoot. This one for 3. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last. Beal against McCollum. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I like how Bill draws these type of fouls. Excellent at working the D and forcing their hand.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Beal. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Here's McCollum. Nurkic, the pass to Lillard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Isaiah Thomas.
You better respect the interior game of Lillard. When he gets deep inside, he forces the defense to hit him.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 9.
And one thing you talk about with Lillard, great at all times, but absolutely lethal in the clutch.
And he is unable to get the second one. Wizards trail by 9. Pass to Bertans. Back to Brown. Hood against Beal. Fires the 3. Hits it from three-point range. Beal's got 37.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They trail by 6. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Beal. Over to the left wing. Double team on Thomas. Pass to Bertans. The offensive rebound. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 5. And Brown drops them both.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
Now here's Lillard. 1:07 left in the fourth quarter. And it's sent back by Bryant. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. .103 left in the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And a deep three from Lillard. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Washington's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. There's Thomas with the 3. Good. And now they trail by just 4.
One of the most competitive and courageous players you'll see. Thomas rising to the moment.
To the middle. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And McCullough is a lethal scorer, especially when the game is on the line. Love how under control he is.
And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Lets it fly. And it's Portland with the rebound. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Hood. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
You better guard Hood, especially when he's aiming to score. I mean, check it out. He can put a defense in a bind.
He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8.
An already proven scorer. Hood needs to keep adding to his game, specifically focusing on becoming a better all-around versatile player.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
Smith, no good. Here's Hood. So the Trailblazers win it. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. And do we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. We got a little more physical. We did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.